Welcome back to Get After It. So if you recall the last video that we just uploaded here in the last few days, I was talking about what I look for in real estate to put tiny homes on for sale, and in our case, tiny modular homes. And so I thought we had a lot of great feedback, a lot of emails asking, hey, love to see that in real speed, real life. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to take this next few minutes to look at two properties. The first one is in a county adjoining myself. It's a little over 2 acres. It would be 2 deedable acres, so I got with the county. First thing is I went and looked at the property, saw that I liked it. The price is high. I mean, this real estate here is full-blown retail. It's retail. It's probably not crazy high, but it's an off-market deal. It's sort of been, shared around certain groups and whatnot, and no one's taking it. So we're definitely high retail. In our situation, we could arguably possibly make it work and still come out with the sort of margins that we like to. So the first step I did was obviously went and looked at it and saw that it fit what I was looking for. And at 2.4 acres, I called the county that it's in and asked the building department what that looks like. And they say, obviously, in their county, something I already knew, but I wanted to make sure that classification in that neighborhood would fit the bill, is 2 1-acre lots. Or obviously, they could, you got to have a minimum of 1 acre. So we could get 2 lots out of that, whether one's 1.4 acres, another one's 1 acre, or however that math divides. But it's 2 buildable lots. And so I'm going to show that lot to you here. Now, I just pulled up at the gate, and I am walking up here. The current owner set this up, ran the power, ran water to park an RV up there seasonally. There's no septic on the property. There actually is, but it's in bad shape. I'm assuming, for the sake of doing math, that it is no good. It was actually discovered with a piece of equipment accidentally, so it's not like they were looking for it when they found it. But there's no telling how old that septic is, and I would just go new. I don't know what the drain fills do, and rather than sell it and tarnish my name a month or 2 later when the client calls and says that things are slowing down or backing up, I'm just going to do a new septic. But the thing I like about this property is it is just a couple of miles off of the 4-lane that joins Atlanta to the Great Smoky Mountains, and so that's a big deal. It's also it's just north of that 4-lane, so a couple of miles. It has seasonal mountain views that I think I could open up relatively easy to maybe make those year-round mountain views for both homes. And there's obviously power there, there's water, and it's also within a couple of miles of a cool little downtown area that has some little pizzerias and cool little restaurants and a pretty rocking little theater company, and so just some neat things. Now you go draw another circle out from that, just within 15-20 minutes you're at Tallulah Gorge, which is an amazing state park. You're just about an hour from, maybe an hour and a half from Cherokee, North Carolina, and you've got Alpine Hell in Georgia. So a lot going on, plenty to justify someone either wanting to live there full time or make this a part-time, either vacation rental or maybe a little weekend kind of deal. So the good news is some of the work that's been done on the side, like the driveway's cut in, as you can see, it's not optimal for what I would want to do. So some of that money, unfortunately, is, I guess you could say, been wasted, because I'll be doing some of that again. But this lot up by the road that's close to the road, I would go ahead and develop it first, get a unit on it, sell it, and then hopefully walk away with not only some cash profit, but owning this other acre that I cut off of it free and clear. And so that's the scenario there. This is it's a decent lot. I think it would be a lot more decent, a little cheaper, but it is what it is. And so you just got to do the math. I don't blame anyone for asking high money. I'm a free market guy, so I actually like that. But ultimately, if someone puts a big price on it and has the patience and the time to wait, then you got to wait it out. And you can either jump the gun there and pay the price and lock it up, or you can risk losing it if you wait. So pros and cons both ways, but that is the number one property that we are looking at. So it would allow for 2 units. Know pretty well. I've talked to 2 folks in the real estate game, a realtor and a broker, and waiting on a call back from an appraiser just to give me a little verbal, hey, this is what I think it would sell for. That's the big hiccup right now. I know all of my numbers down within a percentage point. I've gotten a quote on the foundation. I've gotten a quote on the septic. I know the site work. I know what it would cost to move the home, to attach the home to the foundation. I know what I've got in the home, all of those things. So I'm simply wanting to know, what does this home sell for? And the reason that I'm now talking to an appraiser is the range that I got from 2 people that I trust very much was a little wider than I wanted. If both of them had given me, 165 grand or 210 grand, I'd feel pretty good. But they were far enough apart to where I thought, okay, I need a number 3, and I want this person to be someone who's looking at this every single day as a real estate appraiser. So waiting on that call back, hopefully here today or maybe tomorrow, to see what that looks like. But if my hunch is right, then I could reset, put a home on this one lot, develop it out, sort of set the tone, walk away with not only a decent return, but a 1 acre plus free and clear, ready for another one, which I probably would try to execute before the end of the year. So that's number 1. The second lot was actually the other evening when it was raining, and I was trying to get up there before dark. And that lot is a 5 trailer park. It is, I forget the acreage, I'll put that below, but it is basically 2 or 3 acres. It's 5 mobile homes, 3 septic tanks. As you can see here, driveways, power, water, septic is all there. So I could go back, worst case scenario, if I wanted to sort of open it up a little bit and give everyone a little bit more room, I could do a minimum, I could easily do 3 homes on this one, or as many as 5, because it's deeded up into 5 lots. But rather than have folks share a septic, I would just put in a couple more septics, and if I could make that work with the drain fields and setbacks, then that's what I would do. But I'm doing my math on the worst case scenario, and that is knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that I can do 3 of our homes on this lot. Now this lot is arguably the same price, maybe even a little cheaper than the one in Georgia that I'm looking at. It's within a few minutes of some pretty cool things, a casino. It's right in the heart of the Great Smokies. It's in a neighborhood / area that really hasn't seen the touristy thing come in. I don't really know how else to say that, but you're still talking about some very native looking places, in the sense of, there's some less than top shelf places around. I mean, some farms, some other older trailers, older mobile homes, which again, nothing against those, just trying to look at this through the eyes of potential buyers. It's just something you have to pay attention to. But again, it's close to a 4-lane, it's close to a casino, so it's near the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. It is tons of food nearby, cool little downtown, progressive little eateries, that sort of thing. So I like that one too. So in the end, I have the first Georgia lot, 2 homes. We're just going to call it 75 grand. We're still trying to figure that piece out with a good bit of site work. The other one is 75 grand in a less desirable zip code for 3 homes at least, maybe as many as 5. And if I only go 3 homes, not much site work at all, because those septics are already in place. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys. Would love for you to leave it in the comments. What do you think? I'm sort of narrowed down to these 2. Obviously, something could pop up today that distracts me and makes me want to go get it. But I'm looking at these 2 pretty hard, and I tend to think that we're going to have a home in one of those here in the next, in Georgia's case, as soon as the next 30 to 60 days, depending on how long it takes to close. And in North Carolina, that's the other thing. The lots that are currently being rented for those 5 mobiles, they're all rented under value. I mean, we're talking $75 for 1 or 2 trailers, $100. It wouldn't even pay the interest on a loan if I borrow the money to do that. So I'm basically going to be losing money for the next 12 or 13 months. And then I have the challenge of making sure that I know that I can get these folks plenty of warning, and that there is, sort of, I guess, a landlord-friendly environment there to be able to, with ample notice. I mean, if I bought it, I'd give them 12 months. Hey, here's 12 months. I need you gone by June. And they could find in 12 months, surely they could find another lot to put their mobile home. So, I don't know exactly how that worked, but I'm assuming someone owns it free and clear, because the lot rents alone only add up to like $450. So again, it wouldn't even be worth it to keep it as a mobile home park. Maybe put some new mobiles on it and go that route, but that's not really my thing. I like stick built IRC code modular homes like we build at Yesterday Cabin Company, and I'm looking for a home or a place to put those and to start some little pocket neighborhoods, pocket communities. So with that, I'd love to hear your thoughts. You've now seen both of them. I think I've included all the wild and crazy details of both. Ask you to, in the comments below, let me know what you're thinking. Pros, cons, what would you do different? What questions do you have that I haven't answered? If I don't know them, I'll go find them. Maybe we get an appraiser on, maybe we get a realtor on, maybe we get a broker on, maybe we get someone from the county planning on. You guys let me know what you'd like to see in future videos, because as I go through this process, I want to be able to share it with you, and for you to be able to see the progress, look at the numbers, and then ultimately see, are we selling these, or are we short-term renting them, long-term renting them? What does that process look like? Because frankly, a couple of years ago when I started getting into this heavier than I had been, I was looking for this channel, and it didn't exist. I was looking for someone to sort of walk me through that process, and not seeing anything for smaller stuff or more rural stuff. And so I hope that we're able to fill that gap for you. Look forward to reading your comments, and ask you, if you haven't already, to like and subscribe to this channel. Do the bell notifications deal so you know when we're coming out with something. But the outpouring that you guys have given us has just been a lot of fun. I enjoy going back and forth with you, and I can't wait to every day I look forward to the next video. But I'm only doing them on weekends and posting them up the next weekend, so it doesn't interfere with life too much and my day job. So with that, ask you to work hard, stay safe, and get after it.